Assalamu alaikum dear students, how are you? Hopefully you are doing work regularly. As you know, our topic is fractions. Let's revise. Tell me, what is a fraction? A fraction is a part of a whole. Very good. Here are watermelon, one whole. This is cut into two equal pieces and each part is called, very good, 1 over 2. And this one is divided into 4 equal pieces and each part is called 1 over 4 or 1 quarter or 1 fourth. We have also learned about proper fractions and improper fractions. Proper fractions are those fractions in which numerator is, very good, smaller than denominator. Here is an example: 1 fourth, 1 over 4. One part is shaded out of 4 equal parts. So this is the example of proper fraction. Improper fraction: 1 5 over 4, 5 fourths. This is improper fraction. It means one whole and one part out of 4 equal parts is shaded. One whole, 1 over 4. This is improper fraction, or in simply we can say numerators are bigger than denominators. This is more than 1. In the next, we have also learned about like fractions and unlike fractions. If you have remembered, what are like fractions? Fractions which have same denominators are called like fractions. Here are the example: 1 over 4. One part is shaded out of 4 equal parts. Next, two parts out of 4 equal parts are shaded. In the third one, 3 parts out of 4 equal parts are shaded. So if you will notice carefully, in 1 over 4, 2 over 4, 3 over 4, denominators are same. It means total number of parts in which a figure is cut or divided into is 4. And numerators are smaller, so like fractions, these fractions are called like fractions. Unlike fractions, here is the example: in the circle, first circle is divided into two equal parts, second circle is divided into three equal parts, and the last one is divided into four equal parts. Different parts are shaded. In the first one, half circle is shaded. It means one part out of two equal parts are shaded. In the second, two parts out of three parts are shaded. In the third one, 3/4 mean three parts out of four equal parts are shaded. In 1 over 2, 2 over 3 and 3 over 4, in all these fractions denominators are different. So when you have different denominators, the fractions are unlike fractions. We have also done about equivalent fractions. When the numerator and denominator are multiplied by the same number, very good, you will get equivalent fractions. You can see the chart. In 1 over 2, first one is whole and the second strip is divided into two equal parts, 1 over 2. But if you will look carefully, this 1 over 2 in the next, it is divided into 2/4. 1 over 2 is equal to 2 over 4. If you will come down in the next strip, 2 over 4 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 over 8. So it means equivalent fraction you can get by multiplying the numerator and denominator by the same number. Here is the example of half circle. 1 over 2 is equal to, the same quantity is divided into two equal parts and it is equal to 2 over 4. And the next one is 2 over 4, when you multiply by 2, you will get 4 over 8. 4 over, after 4 over 8, the same quantity which is shaded is you will get in equivalent form when you will multiply 4 over 8 by 2. You will get 8 over 16. That is equal to 16 over 32. So these are equivalent fraction. In the last example, 1 over 3 multiplied by 2, both numerator and denominator, you will get 2 over 6. 2 over 6, when you will multiply by 2, you will get 4 over 12. In the same way, you will get the next equivalent fractions. Next is ordering fractions, ascending order and descending order. Now dear students, open your book, page number 114, ordering of fractions. Ascending order means arranging fractions from the smaller to the greatest. Descending order means arranging fractions from the greatest to the smallest. Let us practice question number 1. Write in ascending order. In all the parts A, B, C and D, if you will notice, number of parts in which a figure is divided into or cut in equal parts, it means denominator is same. First one is 3 over 8, 5 over 8, 2 over 8 and 1 over 8. Ascending order means smallest to greatest. If you want to eat one part out of 8 equal part, that is 1 over 8. If you want to take two parts of the same, 2 over 8 greater and 3 over 8 in the last, 5 over 8 is the greatest. It means if you want to eat one pizza, if you take 1 over 8 part, that is smaller, 2 over 8 parts are bigger and 3 over 8 is greater than this and 5 over 8 is the greatest. So this is the ascending order of the fraction. B part, 2 over 6, 4 over 6, 3 over 6, 1 over 6. Which is smallest? Yes, one part out of 6 part. If you will take, that is smallest, 1 over 6, then 2 over 6, good, 3 over 6 and last is 4 over 6. So this is the ascending order of the fractions. C part, 2 over 9, 5 over 9, 8 over 9 and 1 over 9. Which one is smallest? 8 over 9? No, good. 1 over 9 is the smallest one. Very good. Then 2 over 9, good. 5 over 9 in the last, 8 over 9. D part you will do yourself and write in your book neatly. Question number 2. Write these in ascending order. Question number 1 is also in ascending order. Question number 2 is also in ascending order, but the difference is here. In question number 1, all the denominators are same. It means like fractions. In question number 2, you are going to write ascending order, but you will write the ascending order of unlike fractions. Unlike fraction means you have different denominators. In your book, on class 3 level, numerators are same, but denominators are different. So these are unlike fractions. So A part, 1 over 6, 1 over 2, 1 over 4. Ascending order means smallest to greatest. The same students, the same thing, if you divide in more parts or cut in more parts, it means that is the smallest one. 1/6 part of a pizza is smallest, but 1/4 of the pizza is bigger than this. 1/2 is the biggest. So it means the denominator is big, means the total number of parts in which we cut the figure or divided into, that is smallest. 1 over 6, 1 over 4 and 1 over 2. This is the ascending order of unlike fractions. B part, 2 over 3, 2 over 10 and 2 over 5. There are three unlike fractions. What is smallest? Remember what I just told you? Good. The thing which is divided into or cut into more parts, that is smallest. So it means 2 over 10, very good. Then 2 over 5 is bigger than this, and the last 2 over 3 is the greatest one. So it means 2 over 10, 2 over 5 and 2 over 3. You will write neatly. Now look at the C part. 2 over 5, 2 over 6 and 2 over 7. Ascending order means keep in your mind with the of unlike fractions with the different denominators. What is the smallest one? 2 over 7, then 2 over 6, good, in the last 2 over 5. I hope you understood this. And D part, 3 over 4, 3 over 8, 3 over 9. You will think and write yourself. E part and F part you will also do on your book. Now question number 3. These are also unlike fractions. Numerators are same here, but denominators are different. So you will write in descending order. Descending order means arranging the fraction from the greatest to the smallest. 1/3, 1/4 and 1/10. A part 1 over 4, 1 over 3, 1 over 10, and biggest one is 1 over 3. 1 over 4 is the smallest and 1 over 10 is the last one is the smallest because it is cut into 10 equal pieces. When you take one piece, that one is smallest. Now B part, 2 over 6, 2 over 8, 2 over 5. Numerators are same. So what is descending order? What is the greatest? 2 over 8? No. 2 over 5 is greatest. Then you will write 2 over 6 and 2 over 8 is the smallest one. Dear students, revise page number 112, comparing fractions for better understanding. C part, 2 over 7, 2 over 5, 2 over 3. Greatest is 2 over 3 because it is divided into less or cut into small pieces. And 2 over 5 it cuts 5 pieces. So each part will be smaller. So 2 over 5 is smaller and 2 over 3 is greatest. And in the last 2 over 7. So 2 over 3, 2 over 5 and 2 over 7 are arranged in descending order. D part, 3 over 9, 3 over 7, 3 over 4. So which one is greatest? 3 over 4, very good. 3 over 7 and the smallest is 3 over 9. In the same way, you will do E and F part on your book. Now question number 4 on page number 115. I hope you understood well about ascending and descending order of fractions of like and unlike. Now circle the biggest and tick the smallest. This is question number 4, A part. There 1 over 4, 1 over 8, 1 over 6, 1 over 3, 1 over 2 and 1 over 9. These fractions are unlike fractions. Very good, because denominators are different or things are divided into different parts or cut into different parts. So what is circle the biggest? 1 over 2, because it's cut into just only two equal parts. So one part of two equal part is biggest. Smallest part 1 over 9. Take the smallest. You will take it because it is divided into 9 equal parts and the one part is smallest. So 1 over 9 is the smallest. You will take it. B part, 4 over 5, 4 over 10, 4 over 7, 4 over 9, 4 over 8, 4 over 6. Which one is biggest? Who is cut into small equal pieces? 4 over 5. You will circle it. And what is smallest fraction? This fraction 4 over 10 because it's divided into more parts. So 4 over 10 you will just tick it. C part, 2 over 5, 2 over 3, 2 over 8, 2 over 9, 2 over 4, 2 over 10. Circle the biggest. Which one will be biggest? How will you guess? The thing which is divided into less parts. It means denominator is smaller. 2 over 3 is the biggest and 2 over 10 is the smallest one. You will just take it. In the same way, you will do D part, E part and F part on your book. Now page number 119, fractions and division. Adil has divided his set of pencils into quarters. This set has 12 pencils. How many pencils in each 1/4 or 1/4? So 12 pencils are divided into 4 equal parts. So Adil can find the answer easily. 12 pencils divided into 4 equal groups is equal to 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3 pencils in each group. So in 1/4 there are 3 pencils. 1/4 3 pencils, another 1/4 3 pencils. In the same way 12 pencils are divided into 4 equal parts and each 1/4 there are 3 pencils. In the same way, let us practice question number 1. Work these out. A part. Can you tell the half of the 6 cakes? Total number of cakes are 6. Half means divided by 2 into 2 equal parts. How many times 2 is equal to 6? 2, 3 times 6. So equal to 3 cakes. Can you divide 8 buns into 1/4 or 1/4 of 8 buns? Very good. 8 divided by, you are going to divide into 4 equal parts. So 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. So in 1/4 or 1/4 there are 2 buns. 2 buns, 2 buns, 2 buns and 2 buns. It is equally divided into 4 equal parts. In C part, there are 15 kites and you are going to divide into 1/3. So how many kites will come in 1/3? So 15 divided by 3 or 3 divided by 15? No, you can't divide 3 divided by 15. You often do this mistake. Please, 15 divided by 3. 15 divided by 3. How many times 3 is 15? 3, 5 times 15. So 5 kites. In 1/3 there are 5 kites. In the D part, 1/5 of 10 boys. 10 divided by 5. How many boys? 2 boys. In 1/5 there are 2 boys. In the question number 2, how many hours are there? First of all, you must half day. In one day, how many hours? 24 hours. Here is also hint written. 24 hours make one day. Here is, look at the question carefully. How many hours? A part, half day. First of all, you must know in one day how many hours. So 24. Now you will divide 24 divided by 2, half day means 12 hours. 1/4 day, 24 divided by 4. 1/4, 24 divided by 4. 4, how many times 4 is equal to 24? 4, 6 are 24. So 1/4 of the day means 6 hours. In C part, 1/3 day, in the same way you will divide 24 divided by 3 is equal to good 8 hours. D part, 1/6 day, you will also divide 24 divided by 6 is equal to 6 4 times 24. You will do D part also. Now come the page 120. How many minutes? Question number 3. How many minutes are there? 60 minutes make 1 hour. It means 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Good. So you are going to change 1/3 hour is equal to how many minutes? A part, 60 divided by 3 is equal to, it is easy to divide, hide 0. First we will divide 6 divided by 3. 6 3 times 2, and in the end left hand side you will put 0. It becomes 20 minutes. 1/4 hour or 1/4 hour is equal to 60 divided by 4. It's, if it's difficult to solve it, you can divide it 60 divided by 4 is equal to 15 minutes. C part, 9/10 hour is equal to 60. It is not 9/10 hour. Make it 1/10 hour. I have done B part for you. How many minutes are in 1/4 hour? 60 divided by 4. It's difficult to divide orally, so you will divide as you do long division sums. 60 divided by 4, hide 0, first divide 6 divided by 4. 4 1 times 4, good. 6 minus 4, 2. Bring down 0, it becomes 20. 4 5s are 20. So 1/4 hour means equal to 15 minutes. 1/4 hour is equal to 60 divided by 4 is equal to 15 minutes. C part, you will change it, write 1/10 hour. Now question number 4. How many days are in 1/3 of September? In the A part, there are 30 days in September, so we will divide 30 divided by 3 is equal to 3 10 times 30. So it means there are 10 days in 1/3 of September. B part, 1/10 of September, how many days will come in it? So 30 divided by 10. Then how many times 30? 3 times. So there are 3 days in 1/10 of September. C part, 1/6 of September, you will also divide the same. Total number of days 30. 30 divided by 6 is equal to 5 days. In the same way you will do D part. Now dear students, question number 3 and question number 4 of page number 120 you will do neatly in your classwork notebooks. Now complete your homework in neat handwriting. Take care. Allah Hafiz.